Your boss just asked you to lead the new project, take over the departing manager's accounts, step up while they figure out headcount. Sound familiar? They're calling it an opportunity. They're calling it a chance to prove yourself. What they're not calling it is what it actually is: a quiet promotion. And if you don't know how to handle it, you're about to work twice as hard for the exact same paycheck. Let's fix that. Here's what nobody tells you about quiet promotions. Nearly 29% of employees who accept them quit within a single month. Not 29% over a year, not after they burn out, within 30 days of saying yes. That's how fast this trap closes. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a trap. Quiet promotions can actually be leverage, if you know how to use them. Today I'm giving you the exact playbook to turn more responsibility into more money. The words to say, the timeline to set, and the leverage to use. First, let's understand what's actually happening here. Companies aren't handing out quiet promotions because they're evil. They're doing it because budgets are tight. Hiring pipelines are slower in 2026. AI is reshaping roles faster than companies can write job descriptions. So they look at who they already have. And they think, why hire someone new when Sarah already knows the systems? Why post a job when Marcus can just step up? The problem isn't the extra work. The problem is what comes with it. Or more accurately, what doesn't come with it. When you get a formal promotion, you get support. You get resources. You get the title that opens doors and the salary that reflects your value. When you get a quiet promotion, you get expectations. You get liability. And you get to prove you can do a job that officially doesn't belong to you. According to Fortune's workplace analysis, quiet hiring surged in Q1 2026 because companies want growth without headcount growth. Hiring pipelines are slower, budgets are tighter, and AI is reshaping roles faster than job requisitions can keep up. So instead of hiring, companies are redistributing. Your departing colleague's work doesn't leave with them, it lands on your desk. And here's the kicker, workplace experts say accepting every quiet promotion without negotiation, quote, practically guarantees burnout. Not might lead to burnout, not increases the risk of burnout, practically guarantees it. Those are the words they used. And that burnout stat we mentioned, 29% leaving within a month. That's compared to only 18% he would have left without the promotion. That's an 11-point jump in turnover. Companies trying to save money on headcount are spending it on replacement costs instead. So let's be clear about what quiet promotion actually looks like. Because it doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it sneaks in. It sounds like just for now, just until we hire, just to see how you handle it. Those 3 words, just for now, should set off alarms. Because here's what happens, just for now becomes 3 months. 3 months becomes a year. And suddenly you're doing 2 jobs for 1 salary. And the cruelest part? You're actually hurting your negotiating position by proving you'll do the work anyway. Without official support and resources that accompany formal promotions, employees face unsustainable workloads while others with formal titles advance. And even if a formal promotion eventually comes, and that's a big if, back pay and retroactive salary increases are rarely part of the deal. So you've spent months proving you can do the job, and the reward is starting at the new salary, not recovering what you should have earned all along. Okay, here's where we flip this. Because quiet promotions don't have to destroy you, they can actually become your best negotiating tool. Step 1, and this is critical, before you accept any new responsibility. Ask the magic question, what does this mean for my title and compensation? Say it exactly like this, I'm excited about this opportunity. Before I take it on, I'd like to understand how this affects my role and compensation going forward. Don't wait until you've proven you can do it. By then, you've already shown them you'll do senior work for junior pay. The leverage is gone. Step 2. If they say we'll revisit this later, pin them down. Get a specific timeline. 90 days is the sweet spot. Try this. I'm happy to take this on, and I'd like to revisit my title and compensation in 90 days to reflect these new responsibilities. That's specific enough to hold them to. Step 3. Document everything. From the moment you take on new responsibilities, you're building your case. Track every project, every win, every new skill. When that 90-day conversation comes, you're not asking for a favor. You're presenting evidence. Here's what I've done. Here's the value I've delivered. Career coaches call this approach proof first negotiation. You're not negotiating based on potential, you're negotiating based on receipts. Talent Sherpa's career coaching puts it simply: bring it up in check ins, at review season, or when talking about career paths. It's proof you're already operating at the next level. Frame it as alignment. You're not demanding more money, you're asking for your compensation to reflect the value you're already delivering. The exact words: I want to make sure my compensation reflects the value I'm delivering. Here's what I've accomplished since taking on these new responsibilities. Now, what if they say no? What if 90 days pass and they still won't formalize the promotion? This is where most people get stuck. Here's what you need to remember: you now have documented evidence of senior level work. That documentation isn't just for this company, it's your ticket out. Take that evidence to your next interview. You've been doing director level work for 2 years? Now you have proof. That's leverage for the salary you actually deserve. And here's something most people miss: external offers are often the fastest way to get internal recognition. Companies that won't pay for potential will often pay to retain proven talent, especially when someone else is willing to write that bigger check. Let me be clear, I'm not saying threaten to quit. I'm saying know your worth in the market. That knowledge changes how you negotiate. There's one more trap we need to address. Some people argue quiet promotions are strategic stepping stones. Take the work now, get the title later. And sometimes that's true. But the data suggests it's riskier than people think. Remember, 29% of people who take that deal leave within a month. The people arguing for the long game often aren't the ones playing it. They're the ones benefiting from you playing it. So yes, be strategic, but also be realistic. Set boundaries, have a timeline, and if that timeline passes without movement, have a plan. If you're finding this useful, by the way, hit subscribe. We put out episodes like this every week, breaking down the career strategies that actually move the needle. Let's run through the quick playbook one more time. First, ask about title and compensation before you accept new responsibilities, not after. Second, pin down a specific timeline. 90 days works. Get it in writing if you can. An email confirmation is documentation. Third, document everything from day one. Every project, every win, every responsibility that wasn't in your original job description. Fourth, when the conversation comes, frame it as alignment. You're asking for your pay to match your proven performance, not asking for a favor. And fifth, know your walkaway point. If they won't formalize it, your documentation becomes your resume for the job that will pay you properly. The quiet promotion isn't inherently bad. It's a signal that someone sees potential in you. The question is whether you'll turn that signal into compensation. Most people let that signal pass without action. They do the work, they hope someone notices, and they wonder why the promotion never comes. You have the information now. You have the exact words. You have the framework. The only question left is whether you'll use them. Your boss is about to hand you more responsibility. That conversation is coming, maybe this week, maybe next month. Now you know how to handle it. Don't just accept the work and hope for recognition. Ask the question. Set the timeline. Build the case. And if they won't pay, take your proof elsewhere. That's your cheat code for the week. More work should mean more money. Now you know how to make that happen. See you next time.